Welcome to the Miracles and Wellness Podcast. My name is Clarissa and I'm your life and wellness coach and also a beauty expert. I am so happy and grateful that you are here. We'll be discussing all things health and wellness, feeling empowered, and loving yourself more while connecting your mind, body, and spirit. Always know that you can manifest whatever you desire for your greater well-being in your life, because I believe that miracles are for everyone. Hello there, friends. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. So today we're going to jump in and talk a little bit about habits and behaviors, where they come from. And sometimes we refer to things to generational curses, generational trauma, wealth, all of those things kind of tie into it. Because when you think about it, a lot of times we learn our behaviors from our loved ones and people we're around when we're growing up. And sometimes you see a whole family of people with the same health conditions, same mannerisms. If one person can be wealthy, they may pass that on, but also the opposite can happen with poverty passing down. So it's like the more you know, the better you can do. But then also if you're not aware, then that also can affect you in ways. And also if you feel stuck. So that feeling stuck goes back to working on our beliefs and what we believe about ourselves. How do we feel about ourselves, okay? And just knowing that you are strong enough that you can overcome whatever it is, whatever that challenge is that you feel that you are facing. You just have to believe in yourself. And it can sound easier said than done, because if you feel within that you've been beaten down on and your faith is lacking, when somebody tells that to you, you can be like, oh, what's she talking about? Doesn't she know what I've been through? Doesn't she know what's going on in my life? But look, every last person has a story of some sort. We all have been through things. You just got to keep pushing, okay? And if you think about things getting passed down from one generation to one generation, you can be the person that changes all of the things, okay? You can be the one to put into action all the things that need to change. Look, sis, I am not saying it's going to be easy, because trust, it is not going to be easy, because things are just going to start coming up. And the more work you do on yourself, the more layers are going to fall down, and then the more work you have to do on yourself. But enjoy that process, enjoy that journey. Even if there's some pain there, just let it out and let it go. Then afterward, you'll smile. And it doesn't even stop, right? Because we grow every day. We grow through our experiences. And this is what you want to do. You just want to keep going. So if, for example, there's illness in your family, like you want to go and say, well, I'm going to get diabetes, or I'm going to get cancer, going to get heart disease. First of all, stop saying that. Do not put that into the air. Do not put that vibe out there. Don't even claim that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? So don't do that. And a lot of times people tend to do that. People be like, well, I'm destined for this not to work out anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and indulge in these behaviors. And that's the thing, right? You can change. You have the freedom to make a choice, all right? You do have a decision to make. Life is all about choices, all right? And that's the beauty of that, because if you are even listening to this right now, that means that you are in a position that you can make a choice, right? To change something in your life. Even if you feel like such and such many, many years ago sinned and this is all coming on part of you. No, you're going to be the change today. That's what you're going to do. You can make a decision, right? And you have a family, right? Know that they are watching you, especially if you have children, okay? So let's say your eating habits are not the greatest. You don't like to be in movement. You don't want to exercise. And these are probably things that you think about, right? If you are not doing these things, you probably want to do them, and you can. There's just a mental block that might be keeping you back. You're right. Be like, but I can't do it. I'm stuck. Don't say you're stuck, for one. Figure out what it is that's making you feel that way. Did something happen when you were growing up? Did you see your parents behave in a certain manner? And then you come to find out one day when you guys are at dinner, then you find out grandma's the same way, auntie's the same way. And it's because these were all learned, right? I'm not saying that anybody's bad or anything like that, but a lot of times that happens. We have these learned behaviors and these habits start developing because it's what you see growing up, right? But you just have to do the work. But a lot of times people just don't want to do the work because it doesn't feel good all the time. The end result will be simply amazing, and you're going to feel so good, lighter, more happy, more vibrant energy, all the things that you dream about. And you can have them. It's not just a dream. It is not just a dream. You just got to do the work to get there, and it will all unfold, okay? Just asking for forgiveness. If you're feeling guilty about something, try to let it go. Have a talk with God, be like, I'm here, I this is what I've done, and I'm ready to change, and letting all of that go. So if you are feeling kind of down about yourself because something happened, and then you're doing all this self-blame, it's not your fault, whatever's going on, just let that go, right? And give yourself grace. Right? Because it's a new day. Every single minute, every second is a do-over. I don't even need it to be the next day. You could just pick it up and start right now and be like, boom, I am ready. Let's go. And let's do this because I'm ready for this new me to go over. And we're going to start this today. Right now. Okay? And then give yourself grace for anything that's happened in the past. Also your family or your loved ones. If you feel like this is a generational thing going on, right? Give all of them grace. And even if when you're going through these changes, they come at you, because some of them might, because then sometimes what happens is when you are going through these changes and you're growing, other people might look at you and feel uncomfortable. But that's within them. That's something they have to also work on in themselves. And it is not your job to fix everybody. Women, we do that sometimes, be like, I'm going to save the world. I'm going to fix my whole family. But you know what you can do? And just go forward and work on yourself and just pass. And that energy is going to radiate off of you as you're smiling, as you're doing the work. Even if they say something, be like, it's okay. You're going to see me. You're going to see me. Okay. That's what you're going to say. And you just keep doing it. Just stay focused. Keep your head down. Talk to God. Get that community that's good for you. Make your plan and get to work. Okay. And then it's going to happen. And then one day, one of them, multiples of them, then they're going to start asking questions. You could just be like, hey, one day he might be like, look at this before picture and this after picture. And they're going to be like, what? Be like, you look good. Be like, yes, I do. Thank you. And take that compliment. Okay. Be like, I sure do. What you've been doing. And you can tell them. And you are setting in motion. But during that journey, there might be some ups and downs. There might be some kickback, But it's not, don't take it personal, right? Because it's not about that. It's because somebody else might be going through their own battle inside. You might not even know what they're going through. You just be the light for them. You never know why you come in contact with somebody. You ever ask for an answer and you could be a random place and somebody you don't even know might say something, be like, whoa, that's it. That's what I needed to know. And God just sent you that message. You didn't know it was coming at that precise moment. You never know who you're going to meet or what's going to happen. Okay. And you are not your family. So if you feel like there's something generational, there's some trauma that's been passed down or whatever's going on, you are not your family. You are your own individual, unique, beautiful, special person. And you need to own that. Own all of it. I want you to have all that confidence. And if somebody don't like you, be like, so what? Okay. Be like, this is who I am. And I love all of this fierceness, all this sexiness, all of this that I am. And you keep going. Okay. You keep going. And if you need to not be around somebody, it's okay. Do not feel guilty about it. Like there's this saying about having your A1s around and all of these things. I get it, right? But at the same time, if they are not good for you, you can fall back. Give yourself permission to do that if you need to. Because sometimes you can have fallout with somebody, or sometimes you just drift apart. And it's okay if you are drifting apart. You just let it happen. You can ask God to put you in the right people that need to be around you. And something is going to shift, okay? Some people are going to fall off. Some people are going to stay. Some new people are going to come into your life. Ask him for that circle, right? To help elevate you to that new you that you are going to be, that you envision yourself as. You are her, and she is right there. She's looking at you in that mirror. You better smile at her. Yes, because she's coming. She's just definitely coming, right? So you can unlearn all of these behaviors, all of these habits that you have. Just give it one day at a time, right? And if you need help, you seek help. You seek it. If you don't know where to get it from, you just ask. It'll come, right? And be open to receive it, because it's going to come, even if it's going to be hard. And sometimes the harder it is and the more uncomfortable it makes you feel, that's the one you need to do. Okay? That is the one. Am I talking to you? Yeah. That's the one you need to do. Okay? Because even though you might feel like there's something traveling through your family, it doesn't have to keep going. It can end with you. You can prepare your children for the new beginning, the new blessings. It's going to be about generational blessings. And I want you to claim that and know that it is coming to you. All of that is coming to you, and it is, okay? Just moving into a new direction. Deciding that you want to move into a new direction. You can ask God what you need to do to move into that new direction. Do it, just because we want to live in a state of love, right? God is love. So whatever doesn't need to be there, allow it to go away. And this is also with addictions, all the things. You just got to be ready. But you have to be ready, okay? Nobody can tell you what to do. There can be people that love you. And if you have some kind of addiction, whether it's a food addiction or substance abuse addiction of some sort, you know that you have to be the one that makes that change. Whatever that is, that's going to be like, boom, right now. Yeah, right now I'm ready. Just have that trust and surrender, okay? Because you do not need to pay for what anybody else did. This is for anything. I want you to understand that, because sometimes we hold on to things. We blame ourselves for things. And this eats us up inside. If you do not let it out, if you keep trying to suppress it with food or something else, it's just going to keep going on. It's just going to keep going on. Then you will have that food addiction. If you do not allow yourself to grieve, if you need to do that, or to work on whatever it is, to let whatever that emotion is out, then it's going to keep eating away at you. Okay? So when you're saying diabetes and cancer runs in the family, there can be a gene there, but that's not what's going to activate it. It's your mannerisms, everything that you're doing throughout the day. It's what you're putting in your mouth, of course. It's the fact that you might not be doing the other lifestyle changes. How's your nutrition? Are you moving your body? Do 30 minutes a day. Even if it's a walk, you could start with walking. And you can get your creative juices going, right? Because you're all professionals listening to this. You need a new idea. Boom, go for a walk. Inside, outside, whatever it is you do. And if you want to run, you do that. Lift weights, all the things, right? Are you taking care of your stress levels? All of these things, because maybe you're taught that stress isn't even a thing. Maybe you grew up and you've seen other people be like, they eat their feelings or they do other things to suppress whatever they're going on. If it's another substance, right? And so you are not taught how to handle stress. You'd be like, oh, it's not a big deal because I have all these other major issues going on in my life that I have to deal with. Then why should I even worry about stress? Because stress is normal, because everybody else around me is also stressed out. So why are you talking about that, right? Or if everybody around me is eating this kind of way because this is what we got, then why are you telling me to eat this way? But look, did you know that eating plant-based actually saves you money? Look, if you're used to eating fast food and not cooking your food, I just want you to have something fresh. If you're not ready to buy organic, then don't buy organic. If that's your first step, is to get some fresh produce and to make a meal, it will actually cost you less money if you get some chickpeas or some lentils, right? And some fresh veggies compared to just getting all the stuff off the shelves. Now, you got to cook it. It'll also go bad. All right. You can get whatever you need. I will tell you, you will go to the store more times, buy more food. But isn't it worth it to add 15 years onto your life? I think it is. Then once you realize that, you get into that habit, yeah, I would prefer for you to have organic and all of these other list of foods. But I just want you to get started. If you are new to this, I just want you to take the first step, because you are going to be the change in your family. Because we're not going to talk about generational curses. We're going to talk about generational blessings, right? This is what we want. You just need to give yourself permission to change, permission to heal. Give yourself that permission of whatever it is that you need to do for yourself or your family. Because look, sis, you deserve it. Okay? You do. I know that you do. But I want you to believe that you deserve it. Okay? So the next time somebody's sick in your family, you're not going to blame it on it runs in the family. It's your habits that run in the family. You are all possibly eating the same way. Think about it. Think about it, okay? You know, sometimes we use food as a centerpiece to be together as a family. You can still do that, but make it more healthy, right? If you need to be the person that brings a healthy dish, because if you know that everybody's going to have certain things on the table, and you want to bring a plant-based meal, whole food plant-based meal, then you bring that. You don't even need to go into a whole production about it. You just put it down, be like, when people's taking dishes, they're going to take some of yours and be like, this is good. That might open up a conversation, okay? You be that change, and you just keep doing that and doing that. And then they're going to start seeing you glow, your skin going to be clear, and all of these things. You're going to set the stage. You're going to start those blessings coming in, and people are going to live longer because of you. They're going to add 15 years onto their life. They're going to live. And then it's not going to be cancer runs in the family. It's going to be that we are people that live to 100. Okay? That's what we do. That sounds good. Vibrant, full of life, happy, hiking together, walking together, doing marathons together. Whatever it is that you want to do, you got this. Okay? So you be the change. Pray about it, but take action. Okay? Because you are responsible for your own choices. Okay? Because I want you to think about your children. Because they are looking at you. And even if it appears that everything's fine at this moment, they will grow up and repeat what they see. Not what we tell them, what they see. Okay? So we could be like, you do what I tell you to do, right? But they might do that in an instance, but they still looking. They still watching you. And then that's what happens, right? You're doing what your parents did sometimes and their grandparents and, vice versa. The same thing. So you are going to be the one that set the stage, okay? Because they're little sponges, aren't they? So if you're telling them to, eat better, but you're not, they have no reason to eat better. If you are crowding your plate with things that are not that nutritiously balanced, but you're asking them to eat healthier, there's no reason for them to do it. Or if you are more sedentary, but you want them to go outside and play, they might just want to watch TV and play games now too. Because isn't that the era that we're in? A lot of times we went outside more, right? But they don't even do that half the time now. There's so many things that people are just doing. People on their phones, their laptops, all the things. And kids are doing it too. So sometimes they're not even as active. Okay. So we want to be that example for them. And when you are working on yourself, healing yourself, just giving yourself permission to heal, pay attention to what comes up, right? Because sometimes those things that we repress, it'll give you insight into why you do certain things. Because there could be something that happened to you when you were younger that now that you're adult, doesn't really seem like it was that bad. But maybe when you were younger, it maybe traumatized you a little bit. And then you ever wonder why you have certain habits that you do. It might be because of that, right? So just pay attention to what comes up. If you're like in a meditation or you're going on a walk and it's really quiet and serene, and these thoughts just start popping up into your mind, pay attention to what that is. Just letting all these layers go down so that you could further be in connection with yourself, right? And when this is happening, this is going to be easier for you to form these new habits. It'll allow you to know these triggers, right? Where they're coming from so that you can work on them and you can be more aware when they're about to arise so that you don't turn to the food, so that you can work on this addiction. Because you can eat these healthy foods and it definitely will help out with your cravings. When you're eating more nutritious foods, it definitely helps you curb those other cravings that are going on, right? Because your body isn't starving for nutrients. But you want to take it farther, right? Do you hear that door? Sorry about that. That's my son. So that you don't even feel the desire also for those. Because this isn't just about nutrients. We want well-being. We want your well-being to be optimal. So it's just one component. There's so many components, right? So I hope whoever needed to hear this found you. And if you need to share this with somebody, make sure you share it, because you never know who this might help. Any of these episodes, please feel free to share them with your friends, your loved ones. And also, do not forget to leave a written review, as you don't know who it might help, all right? And it's Martin Luther King Day. And going along with our generational curses and blessings, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. And hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. So I want you to love yourself enough. Your self-worth is high, so that you take the time that you need to work on yourself, honey. Because I love you, and I want you to love yourself. All right? Until next time. Do you wish there was a way to lose weight without feeling so hungry? Having ways to cope with stress without turning to food, or even having increased energy to take on the day because your health concerns are affecting your life? That's why I created Total Wellbeing Academy, where I empower you to trust more in yourself and spirit, how to cope with stress in a more healthy way. And I will also teach you how to lose weight naturally and keep it off while nourishing your mind, body, and spirit. I know what it feels like to be super stressed and feel like there isn't enough time in the day to give extra focus to your health. Imagine if you could wake up energized and not feel deprived from being on a restricted fad diet that's unsustainable. Just taking the time to put yourself first and breathe more easily. You will love your body more. You'll understand the connection between quality food and the effects on your mind and body. You will walk away with a renewed lifestyle that makes you question diet culture. You'll know how to effectively manage your emotions and your stress. And the best part is you'll watch your health reverse so you can live longer for yourself and your loved ones. So if you're ready to change your life, go to clarissabooker.com/TWA. clarissabooker.com/TWA.
If you like my mommy show, leave a review. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for coming by. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a written review. Until next time, love and light.